Street talk. Streetz is talking this shit.
I'm here on Street Talk. This street.
Street Talk.
Man, he got that fire heat.
Make sure y'all get on YouTube right now. YouTube. And look up Street Talk.
Y'all tune in.
Yeah, just tune the fuck in.
So we got some shit to talk about.
Shut the fuck up, bitch. I said I'm on Street Talk. Hold up.
Yo, it's your boy Streetz. Welcome back to Street Talk, where if you love us, we love you. If you hate us, we still love you, but fuck you though. I'm back for episode 17. My guest is a special guest to me because I think it's gonna be interesting because we never actually interacted before, but I just been watching her grind, watching her grow. It's definitely dope. She's multi-talented. She's funny. I done seen some crazy ass skits. She got her gamer thing going on. But coming to sit with me, Amanda Marie.
Hey yo, it's bright as fuck in here. How am I supposed to think?
What's up?
What's up? What's up?
How you doing?
I'm chilling. How are you?
I'm good. So let's start this off by you looking at the camera and introducing yourself.
What's up, y'all? My name is Amanda Marie. I'm a local artist based out of Syracuse, New York. You can also call me Batmanda Marie. That's how a lot of people know me.
Anything else? Well, before that, don't say loco.
Don't say loco?
No. I used to, because loco is to put you in a box.
Okay.
And that's where they try to keep us, especially as local artists.
Okay.
And you're an artist.
So I can redo it?
No, just keep it.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, are we redoing it? We keep it.
So let's start. What got you into music?
So I've always been passionate about music my whole life. Like I grew up listening to a lot of different types of music that really influenced me. So it's something I've always wanted to do. I started off doing covers when I was like 13, 14 on YouTube. They did not go very well, so I ended up deleting them all and quitting music for a while. A few years went by.
They didn't go well. What you mean they didn't go well?
They weren't professional at all. I would basically just put the song on in the background, no mic, no nothing. So like you couldn't really hear me. And I was like 13, 14, so I didn't really sound that great either. So I ended up deleting it all. And then I lost all my confidence after I deleted all my covers. I was like, I'm never going to be able to do music. I suck. And then finally one day I was like, nah, like this is what I want to do. So somebody hit me up, asked me to come in the studio one day. And I was like, fuck it, this is my time. I'm here.
Okay. So when I was 13, I was recording I'm kind of older, not that much older than you, but I'm older. We had cassettes, and we used to play the instrumentals, and then we used to record in another tape, like rapping into the radio.
That's fire, though.
Yeah.
That's fire.
I wish I could have some of them shits, but I sucked back then, too.
See, when I was like, I was probably like 10, my grandma had like it was like a little mini cassette thing, and you could just record yourself on it. So I used to like write down little lyrics here and there and record on that. I don't even know where the cassettes are, man, but I wish I had them. But I was like young.
But yeah, I used to rip out stuff or delete stuff. But my uncle, shout out Uncle Haas, he always told me like, nah, don't do that. Keep that. Like you don't ever know you can use it or it might inspire something else. And it's like, yeah, there's times that I have gone back. It's like even with beats. And sometimes with beats, I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this shit. Then months and months go by, or I'm in a different mood, and I put that shit on my hair, and I'm like, oh shit, it was actually talking to me today. Like I can actually do something with that. So yeah. Don't throw away y'all shit. Just keep it for reference. Everybody got to grow. Everybody, you know what I mean? Even if it's trash at first, who knows? But even when I was trash, I was still better than y'all niggas. I'm back beating my chest. Okay, so where did the Batmanda come from?
All right, so when I was 14, basically when I really started my social media presence, one of my friends just randomly one day, I had all Batman shit. I had a Batman jacket, gloves, the hat, and one of my friends was like, hey, yo, Batmanda. And I was like, oh, shit, that's got a ring to it. I fuck with that. That's dope. So then I posted with all the Batman gear on Twitter, and I was like, I am Batmanda. And from there on out, like I changed all my socials to Batmanda, and that was just my shit.
So do you like Batman?
Of course I do. I got a Batman tattoo. So that's another thing that I was always like passionate about was like watching Batman as a kid. So I'd go to my grandma's like every weekend, and every single weekend I'd put on a Batman VHS tape. Yeah. It's been mad long since I heard that word, but yeah. I'd always put on the VHS tape, and every fucking weekend we'd watch Batman, even if it was the same movie over and over again.
See, I'm an anime head, and I like superhero shit too. But Spider-Man was always my boy, and I didn't like Batman for the longest. But
I was about to say we gonna beef over that. Play with me.
But I had something told me one day. I was like, okay, I'm gonna give him a chance, and I went through and watched like every movie, every anime that I could find. Animated is not anime. Every cartoon that I could find. The more that I watched, the more I got into it. I'm like, oh yeah, he dope.
Facts.
The way he just beat the shit out of everybody.
Bro, he doesn't even need a superpower,
right.
bro. Like, his superpower is fucking being rich, dude. I wish I had that superpower.
All he needs is prep time.
For real. Anybody could be Batman. You just need the gadgets.
Right, word to me. So outside of Batman, do you like cartoons and stuff like that?
So Rick and Morty is probably like my next up, like number one thing that I'm like passionate about. I got a Rick and Morty tattoo as well. It's on my ankle. But yeah, Rick and Morty is like my number one favorite show. Like if we're talking like, I guess it's not anime, but.
So did you watch the latest season?
I haven't yet. So I'm trying to rewatch it all again and then hop into the next season. But I haven't yet. I know it just got on HBO like last month too.
Yeah, it caught me off guard. I'm like, oh, it's here? So I watched it mad late. But what I can say, because they switched voice actors.
Can you tell?
In the beginning, yes. But the episodes get so emotional and they do such a good job that they actually capitalize the character. So it's not really... They actually do a good job. I'm excited to see where it goes next because I was mad surprised. I'm like, oh, shit.
See, I've been so scared to watch the new season, too, because I'm like, with the new voices, it's not going to feel the same. And that's been my show for years now. So, like...
No, it definitely is. No, it's going to take you some places. I'm like, oh, shit. I wasn't expecting that at all. Like, for real.
I feel like my favorite parts of Rick and Morty are, like, the emotional episodes. Because them shits be getting deep, man.
They do.
Like, oh, my God. I've cried to Rick and Morty before. Yeah. Don't even play with me.
They play that. I want somebody to sample that damn song when he was about to kill himself that time when he was sad.
Do you feel it? Yeah, or can you feel it? Yo, I got that song on my playlist. I got mad Rick and Morty songs on my playlist. But
Rick and Morty, when it comes to battling with music, though, they don't want no problems with Beast Boy. I put Beast Boy up against anybody when it comes to singing from Teen Titans Go.
I was about to say from Teen Titans you're talking about?
Teen Titans Go. I don't like Teen Titans Go, but all his songs from there slap. And then, what's the name? Steve. Is it Steve? Yeah, Steve from American Dad. His songs go hard, too.
I haven't heard a single song by them. I gotta check that shit out. Now you got me curious. I feel like Stan can sing, though. Some deep shit.
So, who are some of your inspirations?
So, Russ and Juice WRLD gotta be like, I can't even give them a number one and a number two spot just because like they're both very like up there for me artist wise. Like Russell, he just be talking, you know what I mean? Like all his music, I feel like you can learn something from it. Same with Juice WRLD, you know what I mean? Like, he's an emotional ass artist, but he's got thousands of songs. Like, anybody, you know what I mean? I don't know a single person that don't fuck with Juice WRLD just because, like, music was his life and that's all he did. I
don't like Russ. I don't take away from his talent musically. Okay. I think I just don't like him. I've never did for some reason. I don't know why. I can't stand him.
Is it the cockiness?
It's not. It's a different kind of. It's cocky and it's arrogance, but I don't know. It's just something about. But I will not take away from the fact that he is very talented.
That's fair. I can respect that. That's fair.
But yeah, Juice WRLD. I watched a documentary about him, and that shit broke my heart. Like I could see him getting worse and worse and downgrading. That shit is no joke, boy.
Yeah, man, that shit broke my heart. No cap, because you can really see like. I'm sitting there watching it. I'm like, nobody is gonna like tell him he needs to stop. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Chill,
like they're just gonna keep fueling it. Like it's the saddest downfall I've ever seen.
That's why you got to be careful, especially as that actually transition into my next question. I was gonna say you always got to kind of be secure on learn as much as you can do on your own without needing a whole bunch of people around you, but. When it's as a female, I know it's probably a lot harder. So what are some things that you faced as being a female artist?
So honestly, I feel like a lot of people don't care about the music. They just care about, you know what I mean? Like me. they'll say they want to collab, they say they want to do this, that, the third, but in reality it's just to like more get to me rather than get to my music. You feel me? A lot of people, like, I'll post a selfie, right? Just a normal casual selfie, and I'll get 100 likes on it. But then I post my music, and I get, like, half of that. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's, like, the worst part about being a female artist is that a lot of people don't care about the music. They just care about how you look and what you post. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
That's, like, the worst part. And it's, like, my biggest pet peeve, too. Like, I hate when somebody hits me up, and they're like, yo, I'm trying to collab with you. By the way, you beautiful as fuck. And I'm like, nah, like, why? Why would you do that? Like, why? Come on now. You just ruined it.
Yeah. That's just too aggressive with this shit.
For real. Like, I respect it, but you just fucked it up.
But there's a time and place to shoot your damn shot. You don't do it while you're doing business. It's like, God
That's
damn.
a fact. Maybe once the song's over, let me know. You feel me? Like, once it's, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I feel like in today's time, it's kind of like that for everybody. Though it's like you gotta be fucking seen. You can't just make music and like J. Cole and Kendrick and like I would say Andre 3000, but I mean he did chart with his damn flutes. Like they can be on a hiatus and come out of nowhere and just make noise without you having to see what they like. I didn't even know, like, isn't J. Cole like married or some shit now? Yeah,
I didn't even know
yeah,
that.
see, like you don't know nothing about that man life. Everybody else, you all into their shit, you know. But it is, I don't know. Do you think that you can deal with you being out and people just recognize you all the time, like wherever you go?
I feel like I could, but like if it ended up being a situation where like I'm trying to go out to eat, you know what I mean? And now I got people not leaving me alone. Like, I think Eminem actually talked about that on a couple of his songs or on an interview or something where he was like, it's cool that you're a fan, but like, let me go out to eat with my family type shit. It's like, I feel like I could deal with it for a little while until it just gets to that point where I like literally can't enjoy anything.
Yeah, it goes back to time and place. Like, you see me, I got my food in my mouth chewing. It's not the time to ask me for a damn picture. Like,
right, for real. Like, I'm trying to enjoy my damn meal, bro.
Like, I done seen a couple people, but I don't know. I very seldom get starstruck, but I feel like I've always had a mentality that they do the same thing that I do, just on a higher scale. So it's like, I'm just fucking people.
Right.
So it don't really, you know.
There was actually one time, this was like, so before I started doing music, I just did like TikTok videos, and back when it was Vine, I did Vines and Musical.lys and stuff like that. And my old account was like pretty blown up for a while. I was like 19, and this is when I used to go out to the club a lot. I used to go out to Trex a lot. And this one time, this dude comes up to me and he's like, "Are you Batmanda?" And I was like, "Yeah, what's up?" And he goes, "I follow you on TikTok. I've been your biggest fan for years. Let me buy you a shot. Whatever you want, I'll get you right now." Dude did not leave me alone for the night. And I was like, "You can take the shots you're buying me, because I'm sitting on that." And it was like, it was a crazy experience though, because like he was like freaking out. And I was like so young at the time, you know what I mean? And I didn't really do much. All I did was make funny TikTok videos. So like it was kind of crazy, but it was such a cool feeling at the same time to know that somebody like looked up to me that much and just like wanted to buy me drinks all the time. Like, and I get that as a female already, but like to be starstruck by me, that's a whole different feeling.
Yeah,
like, that was crazy.
Your Trex experience is a lot better than mine. I went one day with my boys because we were supposed to shoot a video and they canceled, and I'm just sitting there drinking, and then I see two hood-ass dudes walk up to each other, and I'm thinking about the dap, and then they just kiss each other, and I'm just like, oh yeah, we're not. I didn't know where we was at.
Yo, Trex is the most wild place. I swear to God. If you want to see some new shit you've never seen before, go to Trex. Like, swear to God.
Yeah, that shit is crazy. So, is there anything that you would want to get off your chest to people?
If you're gonna support, like, actually support. Like, don't message me and be like, "Oh, just so you know, I support you, da-da-da-da," but then, like, you don't like, you don't comment, you can't even show me that you stream my music. You know what I mean? Like, it's like the fake support just gets so old after a while. And like, I get if like you're not on social media like that and this, at the third, because I'm the first person that's like not on social media liking everybody's stuff and sharing everybody's stuff. Like, don't be in my face like, "I support you," when you really don't. Like, that's honestly like one of the most annoying things too that I feel like I deal with is like that fake shit.
No, yeah, that's Syracuse for you.
It really is.
Motherfuckers is fake.
It really is.
Or opportunists. Even though there's so much talent around here that if everybody got it together, it'd. But I've been doing this for a long time. I've been rapping since I was 16. Like as far as on the scene of Syracuse rapping, recording this shit, and it don't really change. Like it's kind of like shout out to the dude, the Remy that y'all do. You be doing the shows
Remy
with.
Luce, yeah.
I see a lot of people criticize him and critique him a lot, but it's like he's doing something to bring people together. Like there's a lot of, so it's like everybody you gotta start somewhere, or you gotta show love to where people like nobody's perfect. Everything you can find critiques and everything, like so. That's just how you grow. Is how you take it. Like even me, like when it comes to rapping, I come from where I'm a MC as rapper, so I take that shit serious even to this day. Like I'm learning to have more fun with my music and shit, right. But I still, even though I rank myself as like one of those guys, I still had to sit back and be like, okay, how can I make myself better? How can I, and what feedback did I have to take in? And like sometimes I'm stubborn, so I'll be like, yeah, whatever. I'll give you a defense against it, but I'm still listening. I mean, so it's all about taking criticism when you know it's not coming from a malicious place. And then nowadays you're not really sure where that shit be coming from.
Exactly.
Like, do you really care, or are you being funny, or is it like
nah, that's a fact. Me personally, like, I love constructive criticism. Like, if you're just trying to be an asshole, get the fuck away from me. You feel me? Like, don't come up to me and be like, your music sucks. Be like, hey, I feel like you can do this different. You should try this. And I just might. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, nobody's perfect. You can always be better. You know what I mean? I'm sure fucking Beyonce sometimes is like, I could have done that better. I could do this better. And she's still improving. You know what I mean? Like, there's always room for improvement. And that's where, like, the humble shit comes in, too. If you can sit yourself down and be like, yo, I feel like I'm the best, but I could still be better. Like, that's really how you're going to excel.
How do you, I was going to say, what genre of music do you think is that you're most passionate about? And don't even have to be creating, because I've been a rapper all my life. Well, I used to sing, but R&B is like my passion music. Like that shit send fucking chills down my spine. If somebody hit a note a certain kind of way, the melody's right, like it's just different. That old school R&B shit. So
I feel like it would have to be like hip hop, just because it comes the easiest for me. Like, it's a lot easier for me to write down bars rather than it is to write like a slow love song. And like I've always wanted to be like an R&B singer. Like, that was always my thing. I wanted to sing, and I wanted to teach myself how to be the best singer I could be. But then every time I would write, it would come out as rapping, and I would always end up accidentally rapping. So then I was like, damn, like maybe that's what I'm supposed to do. So that's when I actually started like specifically writing to like rap beats and like trying to write real bars and stuff like that. So I feel like if I had to choose, it would have to be hip hop.
Yeah, hip hop's different. I love hip hop too, but I always encourage people who do whatever you do, that you study the history of where everything came from, because it'll help you. I like to know everything. So I've studied the game, period. Like, I'll go watch rock and roll documentaries, biographies. Like, I love music that's talking about something, period. If you're talking about something, I don't really care. I'm not a big fan of like screamo music. My brother had this. High school? He used to like screamo music, and I was like, bro, you kept blowing my high with this shit. But
like face too, I get it.
But at the same time, if I sit and listen to some of them shits, it's like you can hear, I think one of my favorite songs of all times that you would never even guess is fucking, I can't think of it. Like, it was the song that changes mad different times. Bohemian Rhapsody.
That's a classic.
Yeah, I love how it's mad different songs in one, and then like how his voice is like, it's crazy to me. But that's like, it's music. It's not a genre, and I feel but that's honestly the beauty of hip hop, is really that we incorporate all these different genres into everything that we do. We incorporate it better than any other genre. You take everything, a little bit of here, a little bit of here, a little bit like, and then make a masterpiece. It's like, and that's how I look at creating. So it's like, I've also like how I was saying, I was competitive. Like as I've gotten older, I start to realize that art is like really subjective. It's like people expressing themselves. So it's like a blank canvas, and you fucking throwing paint and at your shit to express yourself, and whatever the fuck you come up with is what you come up with. Like,
Right.
it's when you start bragging and talking shit, that's when the skill and all that shit matter. But
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. But you better back it up if you're gonna talk it.
Yeah, but there's a lot of, it's over it. I don't know how I feel, because today is oversaturated, but it is beautiful that everybody can get out there and do what the hell they want to. So how long have you been, like, how have you been rapping?
So like officially, almost, so it'll be 2 years in the summer, officially, like actually going to the studio and like really like sitting down and writing, almost 2 years. So it hasn't been a crazy long time for me, but like I've been sitting back and watching the game for a very long time. Like I said earlier, like this is like all I've ever wanted to do. So like I used to sit and watch YouTube for hours on like just how to be better, how to get gooder type shit. So yeah, it hasn't been a while, but it has been at the same time.
Yeah. So let me see. 2 years. Where was I in 2 years? When I was younger. I think I really found myself in those two. Like after those 2 years, that's when it really was like.
Yeah.
Once I really
you found
got
your sound, you found the niche.
And then I got the hang of it. I started going, because like when I first started, I was recording when I was 16. Like I said, I started with my cousin. My older cousin, he had a studio in his house, and they used to make me sit and watch because he told me I wasn't ready, and I used to choke up on the mic anyway. Yeah. So, no story short, I told the story a bunch of times, but I went to Corcoran to battle people to get the fear off of me of rapping on the mic, and then once I got it, I used to have to memorize my shit because I didn't know how to read with the delivery and all that. I didn't know what a 16 was. I ain't know none of that shit. I kind of had on certain songs, I like if it had melody, and that's always been my type of thing. It's their type of rap that they don't really like anymore because it ain't got that bounce, just that you can talk and it's just got that melody behind it. Like that's always been my favorite type of music to make. But I always had that kind of in the pocket. But then it was like a faster type of beat. It was kind of harder for me to figure out how I was gonna attack shit. So I used to study. I used to sit and watch my cousin. My cousin ad-libs was crazy. And when he had ad-lib, it'd be a whole kind of story kind of going behind the ad-libs of what he was doing. I'm like, oh shit, I like how he do that. So I incorporated that. Started messing with my boy Dev, my boy P, and they was on like some Get Different. They ad-libs was hype, da-da-da, and it was just like, and then it was like about flow and about this whole, so I'm like, yo, I got it. Like I just watched and I just watch. So then once I incorporated all of that shit, I kind of formed my own identity really. And then I just was like, yeah, I'm on their next now.
No, that's fire. That's
So
fire. Like the slow little come up and just watching everybody else.
Because I was the youngest. But then at first, like I was in the back and then I was the front line. Everybody know. And then my favorite thing, because even to this day, is like I hear something that everybody else don't hear. So like I be trying to collab with somebody and they be like, I don't know about it. When it's done, they be like, oh shit, but we used to all be in the same room recording, and I'd be like, yo, Streetz, what you gonna do? But my cousin knew. My cousin made the beat. He ain't gonna ask no questions. He's gonna cue that bitch up. You ready for me? Like, what you gonna do to that? By the time I need to get, nope. I already got all my verses done.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was gonna go for that. So, that was going to where I would say I really fell in love with, once I got it all together and I got the confidence, I was on stage and it was like I was performing and I was in Manhattan. I wasn't even in Syracuse. And I was going like this, and the whole crowd was kind of like following me, and it was like puppet kind of string, and after that, I was just like, yeah, this is it. Like,
that's fire. When the crowd fuck with you, that's
yeah. So what kind of experience? What do you think was an experience for you that turned you into being like, yeah, I can do this, and yeah, this is for me?
So I feel like it's honestly kind of like a toss up for me. Because like my first time in Shiggy's studio, actually, who I still go to, shout out Shiggy. My first time in that studio, you know, I had written my verse after like never really like recording legit or anything like that, and I was nervous because I'm like, I don't even know if they're gonna like it because it was a feature. It's actually the song "Over You" with Ace Skrilla. Shout out Ace too. So he had me write my verse, and he was like, just come to the studio, we'll record. And, like, at first, when I first got there, I'm, like, super anxious. I'm shaking. I'm like, I don't know if I can actually do this because they wanted me to rap and sing. And I'm like, bro, like, I don't know if I can do this. So then finally, I'm, like, doing it, and they're hyping me up. And they're like, you sound good. You're doing good. Just, like, keep it up. Keep doing what you're doing. So right after that studio session, when I got in my car, I was like, bro, I'm confident. Like, I can do this. Like, I can legitimately come here, record music, and, like, be confident about it. And then going from like that to actually performing a few months later, that's when I was like, oh yeah, this is like 100%. My first performance honestly was a little rough. I don't like the way that it went because before that I didn't perform in front of anybody. I didn't sing in front of nobody except for my engineer. I didn't like nothing. So I just went up there kind of like hoping for the best in front of all these people that I didn't know. I showed up to my first showcase by myself too. Like not knowing nobody or anything.
I'm in here.
Facts. I was like, bro, I got like this is the time. I got to do it. Like I finally started making music and being confident with that. Now I got to start actually performing it.
Speaking on that subject, I respect the shit out of you because I've never like rehearsed, right? And I've watched so you know, like you don't know me, so so this is a confirmation that people watching you. So like I mean, so take that at the heart too. But I've seen you practice shit and then like use it at the show type shit, and it's like that's mad dope for me. Even you like, oh, I want a song where I go, hey, and then you executed that shit and you did that shit. That's a fact. Dope.
That's honestly like one of my proudest songs. I have no idea when I'm gonna release it, but like. Because I really like after I got used to performing and I'm like, now I have to have like fun performance music. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to have all like, you know, depressing, just straight rap and stuff. Like, I want to have stuff where I can actually interact with the crowd. Because like, you know, you've performed, so like, you know, when like you're sitting there rapping and people are just staring at you, like they're not really vibing, they're not moving. It's not a really good feeling. You know what I mean? Because even if they're feeling you, you can't see that they're feeling you. So it hit me one day. I was like, I need to write a song where I can actually get the crowd involved and like see that the crowd is fucking with me. And within like an hour, I finished writing it. And a couple weeks later, I recorded it. And I was scared. I didn't even perform it for like the first couple months that it was recorded because I was scared. I was like, what if they don't actually fuck with it? What if they don't do the hey with me? But like it works. And like it's one of my favorite songs to perform now.
Yeah, see, that's dope. See?
I appreciate you for like paying attention though. That's dope.
Yeah.
That just goes to show you never really know who's like actually paying attention.
That's why you just gotta grind, man. Fuck with everybody talking about. That's what I had to learn because I say it 1,000 times, but I got over it now. But being an artist from Syracuse, I've always felt overlooked. So it's like I go toe to toe with any of these motherfuckers. But it's like it's a popularity contest in the end of the day.
It is.
So like I've learned like even like Ed Hester shit. Like shout out, bro, because you definitely brought the town together, and that's a big move. But when I did it, like my younger self, I wouldn't have did it because I'm like, you know, I already know when certain names gonna go up, that's what it's gonna be. But going into it with that mentality is like, okay, this is fun. It's a dope content. Like I'm an artist, and I'm just gonna contribute to what another artist is doing. Yeah. And like people even like before it got real crazy oversaturated with every whole like not over. I don't want to say oversaturated, but it went crazy, which is dope. But they was tagging me in the like top 3. Not a lot of people, but I didn't even think they was going to do that with the other names up there. And I do feel like I ate y'all, so I'm just gonna put that on the record. But
yeah, I did it too. Hold on, I did it too. I did.
Yeah. I'm just that's what I'm saying. This come from the years of that rap mentality that I have, and I feel like it's missing too. I finally got it back. I lost it, like, and I'm just starting to feel like that again. That girl, because it's like
about to come back full force.
Like it's just about the because I spent so much time in my damn head. It's like I'm getting older, game change. What do you do? But when you come down to it, I'm really in the prime that I've ever been with music. I hear it different. I can almost see it. Like it's weird. Like I can't even. I used to can count. When I rap, I used to can count the 16s. I had to I used to have to write them. I could hear that shit. I know when the beat about to switch. I know what it's about to change automatically. Like I like study that shit. It's just different now. So that's why I don't know. That's another thing about today's game that's kind of good because it's like if you don't really know a person for details, you could just put stuff out there. Like MF Doom, rest in peace. You never know what he looked like. Really, he always had his mask on. He had a gimmick. It was a certain thing, but like, you know, he looked like. Yeah. I mean, his brother had a rapper. They signed to a different label before he came out with his own. But you know, still applies. I say that, but that's because I'm 35. Doing music for mad long.
Facts. I was about to say now's the perfect time to come back too, because you got like the OGs coming back and like winning awards. Cause you got Killer Mike. You got Killer Mike who just won 3, and he's 40, 43.
That's what I'm saying. See, but that's where I had to battle because I was like, I'm not an OG yet, but I'm like, because I'm not old, and I had to figure that shit out. Like I'm old in 20 years ago standards. 35-year-olds had all kind of bald spots, all kind of shit. They was all old wearing suits and shit. Today, like we still look good. People think I'm 28 most of the time if I ask them how old I am. So like,
yeah, I would have said like 20s. No cap. I was gonna ask your age too, but I don't want to be that person. I was waiting for you to just say it.
Yeah, I'm getting old, but the thing is, music creation is who I am. So it's like my biggest fear is that I don't want to be a martyr. Like I'm okay with giving people an alley-oop if I'm up there too. Like I don't want people to be like, all right, he sacrificed and did all of this, and then now we know what to do and not to do, and we can surpass them completely. I'm not nothing wrong with people surpass me, but I did do a lot, like music-wise. So The only thing that saves me is that I feel like my problem when people talk shit about people creating at any age or doing anything at any age is that only thing I agree with, and I can't completely agree with because some people find these niches later, but if you 40 and you just start rapping, then it's like, okay, bro, what the hell is you doing? Yeah, you can Google my name and see the long history of shit that and there's music that I feel like, because like my goal is to make timeless music. Really. Like I don't want it to be dated. So as much as I can, I try not to make music with too much. Like I don't really care about today's sound. Like that's a question I want to ask you before I start going on my tangent. You how much do you let today's sound influence the music that you make?
I feel like I don't honestly pay too much. Like I pay attention enough to know what's going on. But I don't pay attention enough to be like, oh, I should sound like that, or oh, I don't want to sound like that. I kind of just like have my own wave and just kind of do like, you know what I mean? Like what feels right to me. Like you got like Sexy Reds out there, and then you have like Taylor Swift's out there. Personally, not a fan of Sexy Red. That is somebody that I'm like, I don't want to be like that. But you know what I mean? Like I'm not going to sit there and, you know, make my craft around not being that or being that. So like, I'm definitely just on my own wave. I really try not to let a lot of things influence me. That's another reason why I'm like an independent artist. Is because like I don't have a team to tell me, oh, you should do this or you could do this. Like I'm just like I do everything on my own. You know what I mean? Like I showed up to the podcast alone. I go to my studio sessions alone. My first music video, I showed up alone. Shit like that. You know what I mean? So I definitely try not to let anything influence me at all, so that it's all like a genuine me. Like it's always me and nobody else.
So you just when you make your music, is it based mainly off of your life experiences, or?
It's always a life experience. Like everything I write, I've either gone through or seen somebody that I love go through. So even if it's not a song about me and my situation, it'll be somebody's situation that I know pretty well.
Okay, I've done that before. I remember there was a girl that I had a crush on in high school, and I ain't seen her in a whole bunch of years. And she started working at. I ain't going. Yeah. She started working with me when I was older, but then I found out she was like really, really coked out. I made a song loosely based off her.
Damn.
I wish I could find that damn song. There's a lot of music that I've made that's just gone. Somebody got that shit somewhere. Mm-hmm. Like my album before my last one is called Street Talk, but I named it because that's when I came out. When I made it, I came out with the podcast at the same time. So I was like, all right, I'm going to do that simultaneously. But when I was a teenager, I made an album called Street Talk, and I only had probably like 4 or 5 songs from it. But it was a dope-ass project. I don't know where that shit at. My cousin might have some of it, but he don't know. He ain't going to look.
Man, I'd be so sad if I lost some of my music.
Yeah, I hate it. Because some of them were some good-ass songs, too.
I bet, man. Like you were saying earlier, having that old stuff to go back to and at least, like, learn from or just be like, damn, that's where I was.
So, What Is Love is your 3-track EP?
Yes, sir.
So was that inspired because Valentine's season, or was you heartbroken? Or?
So, fun fact. So, originally, I was going to release 2 songs on Valentine's Day. It was going to be We're Toxic and Sing Your Feelings, or I Sing My Feelings. I had like 4 names for that song. But originally I was going to do 2 songs, and the song I Sing My Feelings is like 3 or 4 years old at this point. I started writing that on a paper towel at my old job when I was dating my ex. And like, for some reason, like the one part that I had in my head, like I couldn't get it out of my head. And I was like, I got to actually start writing. And this was before I even really started doing music. So like I would always write down little things here and there. So it started off with that song, and I was like, I have no idea when I'm going to release it. And it's so sad. So I was like, I don't want to release it on its own, but I don't want to release it on an album. So I sat on that song for years, and then I recorded We're Toxic probably like a year ago. And it hit me this year. I was like, damn, I should release both of those songs. And then a few months before the EP released, I recorded Not a Love Letter. And I was like, damn, that's another good song that I should release on Valentine's Day, but I can't release 3 singles. I could have gotten away with 2. And that's when like the idea hit. And I was like, I could do a 3-song EP. And I was like, the perfect time. It's Valentine's Day. Some of these songs are really fucking sad. So it's been in the works for a while, but like I finally just like had the idea to put it all together.
Yeah, I had got my heart broken recently, and I was thinking about doing an EP of like emotional shit, but I'm kind of out of that shit now, so it's too late. I should have, cause
you don't feel them emotions no more.
It's not. It's just like when I'm deep in that kind of emotion is when it would have been the best. Now I'm more on the coming out of it side. Like, you know, it ain't no love lost, but it's just like, all right, what's next? I got to focus on moving forward type shit. Like, I don't know if you know, but Joe Budden is like, he's like amazing when it comes to being like an emo rapper. Like when it comes to him rapping about his emotions and shit, is like that's really my goal. So like nowadays, just like how you said, like when I do remix stuff a lot now, because I used to do it when I was younger, but I do it now so that I can like, I kind of copy people's flow and interpret it in my own way. So I kind of like, that's just for the fun of it. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take this shit and I'm gonna see what I can do with it and then how I sound. But it don't sound like them, but it's just fun. So I would never take it and do it on. I do got a song called Diana that I do sound like Pop Smoke a little bit, but I'm not rapping, but the hook, but I couldn't get over like it. The hook, just that's what it says. It's just like Stroh make her think I'm a dancer. Of course she gonna answer. No, ain't your man, but welcome to the fandom. Dirty Diana. But like that kept coming to my head, and I was like, no, I won't use it because da da da. And I was like, it just kept beating in my damn head, and it's just like, all right, so that's what it's going to have to be. But I made sure that but long story short, because like I said, you know, I go on 1,000 fucking tangents. But yeah, I really like the way that to this day I write off of my emotions, but Joe, he still has songs that I feel like I I'm like, this man done explained the way that I feel better than I have, and I'm an artist that can do that shit.
Right.
So that was my time to use that shit and try to top that. That was my, like I said, I'm competitive, so I wanted to make something that so relatable and like, but I can still do that shit though. But like I said, man,
now I want to hear it. No cap. Now you have to do it just because you brought it up. No, I'm curious.
Yeah, people always like. That's one thing I say about me with music is like, yo, I can't help what comes in my goddamn head. Like I will not disrespect you. I will not. But when it comes to music, if some shit, if that's gonna come, it's gonna come. Don't give me the ammo if you don't want me to fucking shoot. That's
right,
how
though.
I feel.
That's a fact. No, I definitely play off my emotions a lot. Like I said, everything, like, there's not a single song that I can think of right now that I have that's, like, not 100% real.
Right. I say, with me, I go, as a disclaimer, too, I'm, most of the people that I've been with will understand, too. They're not, they know me. They know that. They probably listen to that shit and be like, this nigga.
I swear to God.
but yeah.
I just shared a status too. The status said some shit like, fuck beefing, from here on out I'm only writing diss tracks. And I had to share it because I was like, yeah, if you think a song is about you, it probably is. No cap. Like, it probably is.
But I be doing that shit with rap. Like, I can't help it. Like, sometimes I do take shots at shit and I be saying little shit, but I don't be like, it's all in competitive fun. Like, I don't, like, if somebody was to do a battle with me or a versus battle, I would never take it to the point where I want to hit you in your face. Like, I would take it the same way, like I said, if a girl that really knows me hears some shit, and if a nigga get me, I'm gonna be like, oh shit, okay, right. You got me. Like, but I'm gonna do my fucking research and I'm gonna eat your ass. So, pause. But yeah.
Like, what did he say? Hold on. I'll do what?
I was about, either way, because I was trying to say, I paused for like 2 seconds because I was trying to find the ending word to clean it up, and none of the ending words made it sound any better, so I just had to.
I was about to say, fuck it, gotta roll with it now.
I just had to go with it. But yeah, so what games do you play?
So, Fortnite's had me in a chokehold for a while now, for the last like month. So I fuck with Fortnite, Rocket League. I fuck with Assassin's Creed too. I've been binging Assassin's Creed like crazy. I'd never played the games before like 2022 maybe.
I've beaten every one, but I think there's a new one that's coming out, or it came out.
It came out, I think October.
Yeah,
Mirage.
I haven't played that one.
I heard that one's good. So right now I'm on Unity. I got like 5 games left. I'm beating Unity tonight as soon as I get home. I promised myself I would. I'm on the last sequence.
I feel like you said that yesterday.
You see my shit. Okay, so the only reason I didn't beat it yesterday is because like my ADHD kicked in and I was high as fuck, so I had to go around the map and get all the chests and shit because I didn't get all of them. Like, normally what I do is I'll just like, on the way to a mission, I'll grab some shit on the way. But I just like binged out and started grabbing that shit.
That's the difference between me and my brother too. Like, my brother, I'd be more into the storyline, and my brother is like, yeah, but I got this. And I'm like, oh damn.
I be trying to follow the story, but that shit's rough. I couldn't even tell you the story behind nothing, even though I've played mad of the games. Like, I know the main character's name. I know like there's a love story somewhere. That's about it. I just play for fun. Like, I've been a gamer my whole life. Like, I still play fucking Pokemon. With like the cards? No. On the Switch. But it go back to my competitive nature. Like, I've beaten since I had a Game Boy with no color when I was younger, when Red and Pokemon Blue came out, and I've beaten every Pokemon game since. So it's like, well, I'm gonna stop. Nah, like, for real. Like, that's a fact. I done beat all of them shits. I've tried to beat a Pokemon game, but to this day I haven't. I feel like I'm not a real gamer because of that. But like, I tell you, I got my gamer title, and real gamers know this shit. That's like, there's Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, when I beat that damn water level. That's one of the hardest levels in fucking gaming, period. That shit was hard as hell.
The new water tip was so easy.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's called the water temple, but it's nothing like
Okay.
the old shit.
I still gotta get that shit. You gotta have them boots and shit to sink down and change the water levels and shit.
Nah,
See, that shit was different.
It's called the water temple. I think it's just like an Easter egg.
Just be word. See, man, don't make it. See, all these new games is just everything be behind paywalls. I never played Fortnite.
You've never?
My son played Fortnite, but I don't play that shit.
Yeah, so I played it when it was back in season 1, like 2018, I feel like 2017. And I loved it, but like I sucked at building and I stopped playing for a while and I was like so against Fortnite. I was like, that shit's for kids. I'm not hopping back on that. And then my boy one day hit me and he was like, you know, there's no build, you should hop on. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna hop on. And now like I play it almost every day at this point. It's a problem. I spend too much money. Like it's a free game, but they get you because they be having the coolest shit and you always have to spend money for it.
You ever watch South Park?
Not in a while.
You know, they got this freemium game episode. It's mad funny. But it's talking about games behind paywalls and how people get addicted to it. But yeah, that's what I miss when you could just beat some shit or put in a code to unlock some shit. Now you gotta buy it.
Yeah, facts.
Or it's seasons. But like I'm really like a gamer type. Like I just don't like I'm not like as hard on like sports games as most dudes are. I can play them. Like my boy now, he'd be like, yo, I can't believe you ain't on 2K. I need a point guard and you should be online. It's cross-platform and I'm like, yeah, I need to hop on it. But I'm more like I'm an anime head. Like shit, I'm on Naruto shit. I like anime games like Dragon Ball. It's called Sparking now, but it's a continuation of a game that came out 15 years ago. And we've been waiting for that shit forever.
That's fire though.
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna beat my brother ass when that shit come out. That's just my right. Like we used to train like, he'd be like, all right, I'm gonna take it home for a little bit. He's like, let me hold it, I'm gonna train, And we used to come back. The whole game used to be moving in slow motion and shit. We were so good at that shit. We used to make people like, people be thinking we exaggerating. We used to close our eyes. We used to walk in the other room and still be beating the shit out of people out of sound. I'm dead serious though. We is that good at that shit. All right, so, as far as, how many videos are you in? I mean, how many videos have you done?
I was like, I'm only in like 2 videos, but like released or unreleased? Like, are we talking like a total of everything?
Just shot. Mm-hmm.
I want to say 5 or 6. Off the top of my head, it's like 5 or 6. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, so do you have like when you watch yourself? Is there like a what? I guess it's a better way to put it. When you're doing a video, what are you trying to portray to the audience?
So a lot of the time it's like emotion, like letting them see that, like, because I feel like the videos that I've done so far, like for more like emotional songs, like My Gotham, you know what I mean? That's the song about 315, of course. Not a Love Letter, that's another like sad song basically. So I always try to like portray the emotion.
Gotcha. So as far as, how can I put it? Do you ever feel that if you did what everybody else do, that you will be like, do you be further along? Like,
oh, 100%. If I made like a straight twerk song and made a whole twerk video, that shit would go crazy. Oh my God, that shit would go absolutely crazy. And I've thought about it, don't get me wrong. But like, it's just not who I am. You know what I mean? Like, it's not, granted, like I've got like, you know, dance, if anything, like twerk music, but like not like your basic average. Like mine is just like a little bit different to where like you have to actually like kind of open your mind and be like, oh shit, I can dance to this. Like I can get with to this. So I definitely feel like if I did, you know, all the other stuff, I would definitely have blown up by now.
Okay, so what are some things that's like a staple of your brand that you're building? Like if they see you, basically, like it's something that's automatic.
I feel like it's a basic answer, but like just the realness. You know what I mean? Like you can meet me in person or like hear my music and be like, I don't feel like she's fake about anything. You know what I mean? Like I'm like a straight, like I'm blunt, I'm real about shit. It's like I feel like that's It's basic, but I feel like that's.
I know. I seen something where you said you always had carry like a Dutch in your ear or some shit.
I do. So I don't do it as much anymore, but it was like my signature. Everywhere I went, I had a little Dutchie in my ear. Cause like, so I don't smoke before my shows. I don't smoke before or at my studio sessions. It's like anything like seriously music related, I won't smoke before. But the second I'm done with the business aspect, I'm lighting up the Dutch. Like the second I get off stage, I light up the Dutch. So I always have it on me, and I feel like I got it because, you know how people always used to have like a cigarette in their ear back in the day. That's kind of where I got the idea. I was like, well, if people can put cigarettes in their ears, I can hold my little Dutchie. Like,
yeah, shit. I be recording with a Dutch in my hand now. But I don't know. I'm actually wanting to stop smoking. I've been smoking for so long. That shit is like basic to me.
Take a tolerance break.
Just to see what it's like to be sober. I started late though. Like everybody else I know, they started smoking at like 13, 15. I started smoking when I was 18.
Oh, damn.
I never smoked in high school, none of that shit.
I was 14 when I started smoking.
But I never stopped. I never took a break through all of these years.
Nah, I feel you. I haven't either. So it's been over 10 years since I've been smoking with no break. I've thought about it, but like I think about it and then I'm like, I don't want to stop smoking though. You know what I mean? Like I always have that urge just to see what it's like to be sober for like a week. You know what I mean? And then just like kind of go from there. But
be barking on motherfuckers. My problem is I'd be like, yo, once I run out of weed, I'm not getting no more. The next thing I know, I'm rolling up with more of it, and it's like, when the fuck did this even happen? Was it getting done? Like, what the fuck? It's like automatic.
Like damn, there I go again, smoking.
But I'd rather have that issue than a lot of other people's. Not taking nothing against, but like Juice WRLD and shit. Like I don't know. I don't even want to know what half that shit like. But it's just weird because it's like a lot of people these days they really don't want to be in tune with reality at all. Like life is really rough.
It is, especially after like all that COVID shit, and most people haven't even recovered from that. So like,
yeah, that shit was crazy. I can't believe that shit happened.
Nah, for real. It's so crazy to think that was like 4 years ago now too. Like that was so long ago, and it feels like it was last year. I still got the masks on my wall. Like
I used to hate wearing them shits.
Nah, for real. And wearing glasses too. Yo, don't even. For real, I be trying to talk to somebody, and I'll be like, "Hold on, I can't see you."
Yeah, I lived in Georgia when it was in like the middle of it. So, but Georgia was kind of open still. I'm like, damn. But I remember, was you in the car when we drove? Me, you and Shahida? Then we drive all the way.
Yeah, we driving down there. You see the transition in.
It was, yeah, but it wasn't nobody on the road, no cops, no nothing on the highway. We just,
that's scary. That's some eerie shit.
Like some zombie apocalypse shit.
For real.
I always think, like me and my siblings, my mother think we obsessed with zombie apocalypse, but we gonna survive them shits if they come. Between us, we got the intelligence and that shit. See, my sister's on the Walking Dead side. They done watched all the Walking Dead. Me and my brother, I think my brother watched Walking Dead too, but we know the Resident Evil zombies. Them shits that transform and do all the other kind of crazy shit. Like is this shit in the mall, like a virtual reality thing that we had all went and like they put you in it. And then, like, you in this arena, but it feel like when you're going up, it feel like you're going up and all of this shit. So, like, there's all these zombies surrounding us. And then my sister's like, yeah, let's go into the elevator. Da-da-da. So me and my brother ran out of the one elevator because that's where we was keeping it safe. We shooting, trying to clear the way. They all run back into the elevator, and it's just me by myself while that shit going up. But, like, it really felt like I was by myself. Like, I know in reality, if you've seen it, I'm probably right here. And they probably like right here in the corner, but they was up here. And them motherfuckers was climbing over shit. I'm just shooting shit. My brother was at top shooting them shits down.
Jealous?
Huh?
I was so jealous.
Man, that shit scared me for real. Like my heart was pounding like.
That's why I hopped out the next round.
No, yeah, you did get lost. You got lost. You got stuck up top by yourself, I think.
Yeah, I saw you do it, and I was just like, that was fun.
I survived though. Ain't nothing. I was fucking them shits up. But then there was this big ass giant zombie in the distance, and I'm like, yo. I think I seen him, and ain't nobody else knocking. I'm like, yeah, Then all of a sudden that shit just came trucking down the thing. I'm like, oh shit.
Life flashed before your eyes.
Yeah, no, that shit. My sister bruised her leg because we ran into the other elevator and she slid into that shit. That shit fun. We gotta do it again though.
Yeah, I've done some shit like that mad long ago. I didn't survive. Not for a fucking minute.
You ain't survived?
Nah, dude. Yo, oh my God. I'm a little bitch when it comes to shit like that. I can't even play scary games, like, on an Xbox.
Oh, wow.
I can't. Like, I'm a little bitch. I don't even watch horror movies by myself, bro. Because I live by myself. So, like, after a horror movie is over, and I look around and I'm like, damn, bro, some shit goes down right now. It's just me and my cats. Like, like, I'd be scared as fuck.
I love horror movies. That's my favorite genre of movie. But it's like, it's funny. They be funny as fuck to me. Like, I think it's because I used to sleep with my grandmother all the time when I was younger, and she used to fall asleep at HBO, and I used to be up watching all these random ass HBO. That's probably another problem that I have too, because they wasn't all scary movies that come on HBO. But we're not gonna talk about that. But yeah, the fucking I remember it was so many random movies in the 90s. Like, I think 90s was probably like the best horror movies, because they wasn't really using heavy CGI, even though when they did, this shit was mad bad.
Yeah, them shits is mad good. I'm watching some of them shits back now. Yo, I tried watching the Friday the 13th.
Oh, yeah.
Like, from the very, very beginning, and I was like, bro, that shit's low-key so bad. God.
Yeah. Even though Freddy vs. Jason, one of my favorite horror movies.
Oh, that's my number one. That's a movie I'll watch, like, by myself all day. I don't even care.
I love Freddy Krueger. Freddy Krueger and Chucky. That was always hilarious to me. I don't know why. I guess it's just because the idea, this little doll, the way he be shaking his head when he be just trying to attack you and shit. I'll beat the shit out of that little thing. Like, he was resilient as hell.
Put that shit across the room.
Mm-hmm.
Who the fuck is you coming at?
But he gonna keep coming back. That's the thing about it. That's the problem.
Nah, that movie's low-key funny as fuck, though. They got mad actual funny parts, though. I love horror movies that actually, like, end up being funny, too. Like, you got your scary parts and you got the funny parts.
But when I look at movies and stuff, too, because that's something I want to do one day, I look at the angles and the way that they set stuff up, and it's, like, always amazing me, too, because, like, how they create a jump scare, or they create a false jump scare, like, they'll keep, like, every part throughout the movie for a little while. Every time they zoom in on the door, the motherfucker will pop out, but then they can do that shit, and then nothing happens, so you let your guard down, they turn around, you right there, and it's like, oh shit.
Nah, for real.
Like, that shit is like editing. So I always try to take that with like videos and stuff, like shit like that. It's like kind of just visual magic, and then, I don't know, playing with people. So that's why I really know that I'm a creator at heart, though. Like, everything I see, I interpret into art, and I can't help it.
Nah, that's dope, though, honestly.
I try, like, I want to know. Like, I've always wondered, like, all these big name people who be in these action movies, and they know exactly what it took. Can you still sit down and enjoy that shit? Like, can Tobey Maguire, he know how he was swinging, he know it was CGI, and he knew, like, can he still sit down and enjoy the movie as it is?
Right, without all the extra.
But I think it's possible, because when I listen to my music, I go into like two different modes sometimes. Like, sometimes I'm listening to it as me and I'm overly critical, and sometimes I'm listening to it and a fan airs and I'm just like, oh, okay. Like it depends on my mood kind of. So I feel like they probably could see it that way too.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're probably like, damn, if I would have made this face harder, but then he's like, you know what, I was tired that day. That was the best I could do.
Nah, for real. Like, I gave it my all.
Yeah.
Nah, I be doing the same shit with my music too, though. I struggle sometimes listening to my music. Cause, like, you know how, like, sometimes, I don't know if everybody feels this way, but I feel like they do. You just, like, hear yourself talk, and, like, you're like, ew, why do I sound like that? I feel the same way about my music sometimes. Like, I have to be in, like, a certain state of mind to actually be able to listen to my music. Because sometimes I listen to myself and I'm like, damn, that kind of sucks. Like, I could have done that a lot better. I should have re-recorded that.
Yeah, it happens to me a lot too. Especially when I was younger, I used to I have a light voice, so I used to lose my voice, especially performing, because I used to put more of a grunge to my voice, and that wasn't really mine. And it, is that karate class down there doing like?
See what's going on down there.
But yeah, but I had to learn, like, my goal is like as far as my voice and my delivery, my goal, and that's why I listen and I try to listen for my mistakes, is that like Jay-Z, J. Cole, it's certain people like Kendrick a little more fast, but like it's certain people that they talking to you when you rap. That it's like it's so in the pocket that it's grasping you, and they're not even doing nothing crazy with their flow. Like I do like twisting my flow, but I want to be in that pocket to where it's just like it's so strong in my delivery that it's like it captured you automatically. So that's kind of like the height I'm trying to get to. This kind of like, I'm getting there a little bit, but it's like it depends. Like I can do it on certain songs, but I want it to be across the board type shit.
Yeah. Nah, that's fire though. Shit, you'll get there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's
Oh
a
yeah.
fact.
Oh
That's
yeah.
a fact. That's a fact.
So all the videos that you shot with the same.
Yep.
Same.
So far, it's always AGMT. Shout out AGMT. That's my dude. But yeah, at this point, like, so I have, and I know like you should always venture out and like work with different people and this at the third, but like I have like a loyalty problem where like once I'm like stuck with somebody, I'm like stuck with them. Like it's so hard for me to be like, oh, I'll get this video shot by somebody else because I just want to go to him. Same with my engineer. Like I'm always willing like for features and stuff. If somebody else wants to go to a different engineer, I will. But like for all my stuff, I'm gonna go to Shiggy. Like I'm not gonna go nowhere else. So I'm a loyal ass bitch.
So you seen the Wu-Tang documentary for docuseries?
I have not.
All right, so that's like I said, I always research it. But so RZA's idea was so ingenious because he basically was like, we're gonna be Wu-Tang, but I want y'all to sign with other artists. Sign with other labels, but the stipulation is that you have to take the Wu-Tang with you, like that you wear Wu-Tang in, where you gotta come back to Wu-Tang, basically Wu-Tang. But the idea behind that is just dividing and conquering and branching out. So it's like, all right, this is my person, you know that I rock with you, but I'm just doing this because they got a fan base, or this person got somebody different, or this. So it's like, yeah, cause I'm the same way too. I'm like real loyal with my shit. I don't really, outside of my brother, I don't really like nobody else fucking with my shit. Me and my boy Chris, we've gotten a kind of a connection too. We got the same kind of boom, boom, let's get it done kind of mindset. Like even though like my brother, he down to do some shit. Like anytime I'm shooting with anybody, well, and K, I gotta shout you out too. Even though we've been on the music side, I ain't shoot a video with you in a couple of years. We gotta do that. But yeah, like me and my brother, everybody else like, nah, we not doing that. Me and my brother hop over a goddamn fence to get a damn shot. My brother be in a damn tree somewhere holding the camera type shit. So it's like it's just different.
Right.
So it's like, yeah. So I understand that completely. But it's like it's not disloyal. That's how you gotta look at it. Like and sometimes you gotta think about who can execute your vision the best, and if that person does execute your vision the best, then you know what I mean.
Yeah.
By all means,
That's
but
bad.
it's just about research. Like I'm saying, I always gotta study. Always. So I'm not gonna hold you too much longer. Is there anything else that you want to say?
Put me on the spot. I don't think so. I mean, you know, my EP just dropped on Valentine's Day, so definitely go check that shit out. I dropped a music video, Not a Love Letter, which is the first song on the EP. So yeah, music video and EP just dropped. I got some stuff coming. I got another couple music videos I'm gonna drop. So yeah, definitely stay tuned. I got a lot coming this year.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Stay tuned, motherfuckers. We out.